At the July NATO summit in Vilnius, G7 members signed a joint declaration reaffirming their commitment to an independent, democratic and sovereign Ukraine within its internationally recognized borders and pledging support against a Russian invasion.
NATO countries to stay with you and will stay with you as long as it takes.
The G7 countries will work to ensure a sustainable force capable of defeating Ukraine now and deterring Russian aggression in the future. According to the joint declaration of support, the allies will provide assistance in security and modern military equipment, develop Ukraine's defense industrial base, train and educate the Ukrainian armed forces, and strengthen the country's economic stability. Kyiv realizes that it cannot count on NATO membership while the war is still going on. However, it counts on allies' security guarantees now.
In particular, security guarantees. Such important for people security guarantees on the way to NATO, but not instead of it. I emphasize this once again. It is the security guarantees on the way to integration.
The G7 members agreed that each country will negotiate agreements on security guarantees and assistance to Ukraine separately.
Security guarantees for Ukraine will be concrete and lasting commitments that will ensure Ukraine's ability to defeat and deter Russian aggression in the future. These will be clearly described formats and mechanisms of support. We are talking about defense and financial support, as well as sanctions and punishment of the aggressor. Andriy Yermak, head of the office of the President of Ukraine, on Telegram.
Also, Andriy Yermak said that Kyiv would start negotiations with the USA on the bilateral agreements on security guarantees in early August. The Politico previously reported, citing its sources, that the USA, the UK, Germany and France were considering security guarantees based on the Israeli model. US President Joe Biden also spoke about the possibility of such an option earlier.
The United States would be ready to provide while the process was going on, and it's going to take a while that process is going on, to provide security a la the security we provide for Israel, providing the weaponry, the need, the capacity to defend themselves if there is an agreement, if there is a ceasefire.
The office of the President of Ukraine said that other countries have joined the G7 declaration. There are already more than 10 of them. Also, international talks on a peaceful settlement of the war in Ukraine will be held in Saudi Arabia in early August. According to media reports, the consultations will be attended not only by representatives of Ukraine and its Western allies, but also by delegations of developing countries. Russia was not invited to the summit. The talks will discuss a peace plan proposed by Ukraine, which includes a clause on Russia's liberation of Ukrainian territories temporarily occupied by it. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Angelika Brushnevskaya, UATV News.